Hi there. So, how much can you charge for late fees or interest in the UK? Right. Well, thankfully, there is some guidance on how to do that. So, under the Late Payment of Commercial Debts Act of 1998, UK businesses are legally entitled to charge two things: statutory interest at a rate of 8% plus the Bank of England base rate for business to business transactions, as well as additional compensation for recovery costs. Now, those vary from 40 to £100 depending on the debt amount, and you're allowed to claim this interest the day that the payment comes overdue. Now, doing this with a lot of different invoices can typically take a little bit of time, especially if you're going to have to calculate not only the interest as well as the compensation recovery costs. Now, we can manually do this. I've actually built a calculator for you to be able to do that, which I'll show you now. And we've also got, you can also use software like Paidnice, which can automate that calculation process for you and just essentially calculate it every month and generate those late charges via new invoices and pop them in your accounting ledger for you. But anyway, I'll just show you how this works to begin with. So we can, we want to set the statutory interest rate. Now we can check the current rate here. Let's click this link. We'll see what the Bank of England rate is. So as of today, May 13th, 25, the rate is 4.25. So we're going to change that to 4.25. Now, again, you're entitled to 8%. So that gives us an annualized rate of 12.25%. Now, we're also going to charge a fixed compensation or admin fee. So we're going to pop that in there here. And now that varies based on the amount of debt. So if it's up to 999.99p, it's going to be 40 quid. If it's between 1,000 quid and essentially 10,000 quid, then it's 70. Or if it's 10,000 and more, then you can charge 100 there. Now we'll just do the statutory amount, what we're legally allowed to. Now it's going to show you an example of how that'll actually look on an invoice. So on this invoice here, we're going to do, let's say the payment date was today. Let's say that the client paid me today. Then let's have a look at when the actual invoice was due. So let's say we're going to make the due date go February the 1st, right? And we're going to say that invoice amount was, let's go 5,000 quid. Yeah, all right. Now let's calculate what that'll look like. So we'll see here, we've got our results here. First one here is the amount of days it was overdue. We can see that was about 101 days there. We can see based on that, our daily interest rate for the total amount was about £1.68 per day. Interest is there, plus our compensation fee. So total due is this here. Now, we can see that number there reflected there as well with the total amount. We can see the compensation, number of invoices, daily interest rate, etc. So yeah, that's essentially how you would be able to do this or use this tool to be able to do it for your own invoices manually, if you so like and desire. But if you would like to do this automatically with a tool like Paidnice, you can do this by signing up for a free account and then setting up what would be here a statement interest charge policy. Now, one of the really cool things that you can do with Paidnice is we can automatically pull the existing Bank of England base rate from the Bank of England. So whenever that rate changes, you'll always have the most up-to-date rate here. Now, here we can essentially set up an interest rate, the same policy that we just went through before in our calculator. We can set up, we can pull the Bank of England base rate there, plus our annualized rate there. We can apply it when we want it to go out. So let's say the first of every month. We might want to do it at the end of every month. You can do that as well. And then you can alter all sorts of other little details around this in terms of if you want to kind of have a little grace period of 7 days, you can do that as well. You can also alter how the calculation is applied. You can also have a start date for the calculation for this. You can do a variety of different things. But what this would do is this would essentially generate a brand new invoice and pop it into your accounting ledger, either on Xero or on QuickBooks, and then it would do it every single month, and it would do that same calculation that I just showed you on the little calculator that we made. And it does it perfectly and send it to the client if you like, or it can even pop it into drafts if you like as well. So anyhow, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how that works, click on some links below. But outside of that, that's legally what you're allowed to charge in the UK.